Say the word health, and most people will think of hospitals, emergency rooms, doctor's offices, and a mounting stack of unpaid hospital bills. But research is showing that by the time an individual is hospitalized, a number of factors beyond personal choice have led to their poor health.
We certainly recognize that in this country, where you live can tell you a lot about how long you're going to live. I tell people, give me your address, I'll tell you how long you're going to live. And it's shocking, but true. And part of the reason for that is that many of the resources that we all need to be healthy, clean air, water, fruits and vegetables, recreational space, a way to make a living, those things are disproportionately influenced by where we live in this country. And many people face serious constraints on their opportunities to access these resources. And so we think that there are smarter ways to design how we live that will actually increase the length and quality of life of all of us. Health equity is about opportunity. It's not about equalizing everybody's outcome. It's about promoting the broadest array of opportunity for the most people you can in society.
We face environmental stressors every day. For example, you go to start your car in the morning and it won't start. There's no public transportation and you have no way to get to work. Your next door neighbor just got arrested for drug possession and you feel unsafe at home. 2/3 of your monthly paycheck go towards your rent, leaving little money for necessities. And the only place within walking distance to buy food is the corner convenience store, where it's hard to find fresh fruits and vegetables. These external stressors trigger our bodies to produce a stress hormone called cortisol.
And that's the hypothesis of the allostatic load. It's that these chronic stressors actually get under the skin through this cortisol mechanism, lead to premature aging, premature disease, advanced essentially wear and tear on the body that leads to higher rates of cardiovascular disease, greater rates of diabetes, and greater rates of a whole host of chronic diseases, and leads to premature death in communities that are dealing with constant stress.
Residents of Shasta County are blessed with a beautiful physical, natural environment, and we have an opportunity to go out and enjoy that on weekends or even during the week. It gives us an opportunity to hike on many of the trails that are out there, or maybe use a mountain bike. And we have above average air quality for California, so those are great things. Well, I think a lot of people think, well, we have a beautiful environment and we have a family-friendly community, which is true, so we must be in general healthy. But it turns out that in Shasta County, we have the second highest death rate in California, only lower than Kern County. And what that means is that our life expectancy is the second lowest. When you start looking at the various things that we die from, it turns out that we die from a lot of diseases related to tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs, like lung cancer, emphysema, cirrhosis of the liver, and drug-induced deaths. While the use and misuse of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs is very important in leading to the poor health outcomes that our population experiences, it turns out that if you take a variety of different risk factors, like access to health care or binge drinking, tobacco use, even being obese, these things, while they're somewhat correlated with the death rate, it turns out that the best predictors of the death rate in California are educational attainment and income. So the counties that have the highest degree of educational attainment, those places have very low death rates. And the counties where we have very low percentage of the population with a college degree, like Shasta County, have the higher death rates. And the same goes for incomes. The higher income counties have low death rates, and the counties that have a lower median income have the higher death rates.
It's essential that in order to be healthy, you really need to have a job. You need to have something that helps pay for your family, that you can afford health benefits, maybe even a little recreation. So it's not just the basics of what a minimum wage job would address, but also, some of those higher quality of life issues that are essential. We really want to bring the jobs here that are going to be a job that's going to be above what minimum wage might be, because minimum wage is not enough for a family or even an individual to survive and be healthy. One of the things that we are in the midst of here at Shasta College is to look at economic development kind of in a triangle. Take the business community, the government, and the educational aspects of economic development and really enhance the opportunities and to collaborate on the services that we all provide.
There is a huge connection between long-term health and a college education, in that those with a college education live 5 years longer normally than those without, and the quality of their health throughout their lifetime is generally better as well. There are many reasons for this. One are the opportunities that are afforded to somebody with a college education. Also, those with a college education are going to earn a higher income. They are also going to be able to understand doctor's orders, and they're also most likely going to have jobs that they have more control and autonomy in, and causing them less stress, which is a huge health indicator. That's one of the challenges in Shasta County. We only have 16% of our population holding college degrees, so we have 84% who have not gone on to college, and all of their children would be first-generation college-bound. So that's what we're here at College Options, to help that particular population go on and achieve a college degree. I think one of the main things that needs to be done locally is a group effort to get the word out that there are financial resources for all students to go on, that should not be a barrier for going on to college and achieving that degree.
Preparing our children to attend college starts long before they even enter kindergarten. When children have a variety of positive interactions with adults and other children, they increase their school readiness and improve their lifelong health.
Most of the brain connectivity is happening between the ages of birth and 2. So that we know that when children have positive early childhood experiences between birth and 5, they are more likely to live longer, they are more likely to do well as adults, they are more likely to graduate from high school, they are more likely to live a much more productive, happy life than children who've had adversities at those early ages, or children who have not been identified at those early ages. So I think that on a local level, one of the things we have to do is all come together and see what we can do to mobilize and get families into programs, and also to be able to identify families who need other resources.
Who are we as Americans? We have some very strong fundamental values about what it means to be a community, about what it means to have shared sacrifice, what it means to essentially create conditions that benefit our children and our grandchildren and leave a legacy of health and safety into the future. Those kinds of values should shape the policies that dictate how we use scarce and precious resources. And that's what the work of HealthEquity is about.
If you value a healthy economy, education, and young children, and want to be part of expanding opportunities in Shasta County, please look into one of the local community groups by contacting 229-8219 or join our Facebook page, The Roots of Our Health. We hope to see you soon.